sock somebody in the back of their head.
Remember, I had to move my seat and everything.
Yo, what's going on, YouTube? We back here with another video. And as you know, your boy Drizzy, and I got to my right,
Taisha.
and we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Also, if you're new to the channel, which we do got some new subscribers, thank y'all for subscribing. But everybody else, go hit the subscribe button. And everybody who's been here, thank y'all for being subscribed. Still to this day. You know what I'm saying? So, anything you want to say?
So before we begin today's video, what we do have currently still going on is our giveaway, which that video will be linked at the top, so you can go view that video there. And the steps on how to enter to win will be down below as well.
Prepare easies.
Yep.
So today's video, just a story time video, right?
Yep.
Who doesn't love a lovely story?
A quick story time. So this past week I went to go visit family, and Andre and I literally didn't get sleep for 24 hours. So just imagine traveling like in the duration of like
A day. No, well,
it was kind of a day, not really.
it was like we left here.
We left here.
Well, we left the house at like 8, and then we waited in the airport for about an hour and a half.
Yeah, but Pacific time. So we got on the plane at Pacific time. Like what time was it? Like 11? 11:30.
11:30 here, and it'll be like 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, which that's what we're going back to Eastern time. So first things first, we were on time and everything to get on the plane to begin with, because I was making sure that we were on time.
Because her past experiences
Yeah.
without me have been horrible.
Yeah, like I can never get on a plane on any time. Like I always have to like catch the next flight, which I was not trying to do this time, because we were on a strict time limit and we had things to do like accordingly, so we couldn't be late at all. So again, we left for the airport. We left our house for the airport like 8:15ish. But we didn't have to be on like board until like 11:30, which is fine, good, great.
No, we boarded at like 11. We left at like 11. Yeah, we boarded at 11. It was like 10:50, 11, and left at 11:25.
Yeah. So either way, we were on the plane fine. So that plane took us from Las Vegas to Atlanta. That flight right there. What was the problem with that flight right there?
Let me start off saying one thing.
Yeah.
One thing that was wrong with the flight, which was unexpected though, because I thought it was gonna be like a smooth transition. The takeoff was a little rough. As soon as we like took off, we probably got about like 10,000, 15,000 feet in the air, maybe. I don't know how high it was, but for the whole thing was just shaking, and it was like crazy. It was just like, I was like, oh, what the? So I shut the window because I was like, I don't want to see this or deal with it. And I just started watching the movie, but it was still a little shaky and rough.
I wasn't that bothered, but I was just like, whatever, it'll stop soon.
Because our first flight, the first flight I picked the seats for before we got to the airport, because I used my Delta points and then I just paid for hers. So I tried to put this in a good spot, but by the time I got to pick, it was like everything row 29 and back. So I just picked 29 because I was like the closest up, so no one wants to sit in the back of the plane. So
That's the worst.
yeah, it is. So we got the seats and everything.
And it's already, it's already a pretty full flight because they're sitting every other seat. So they're not sitting 3 to a seat, it's only
3 to a row.
Yeah, 3 to they're not sitting 3 to a row. They're just sitting person, space, person.
Yeah.
Because of COVID, of course.
Yeah. So the takeoff, that probably lasted about 5 minutes at max, and that was like that wasn't the worst thing, because it's definitely more. But that was just a start to it. But after the takeoff and we got like to where we were supposed to be in the air, everything was pretty cool for real. I don't really remember any other like services.
Yeah, me neither. I was fine. I forgot. I was chilling.
Yeah, and then that was number 1, but I'll let you go here with number 2.
There's a guy.
No, well, wait, hold on, because I saw, so before, while we were sitting down in the little boarding place or whatever, I saw this, no offense to nobody big, but like, I saw this dude, like, just like short, big, and rounded. And I was like, I just know we're gonna end up near him. And I was like, I know we're gonna end up near him, and we did. He was sitting a row to the left of us, like one row up and to the left, and he sat in the aisle. And I was just like, not that I have a problem with it, nothing, but I was like, I just knew we were gonna sit by. I was like, I could just tell people we were gonna sit by. Then there was this one weird kid. He was just like trying to take these people's tickets or something like that. I think he was on like standby, and there was like 3 people that couldn't get on the plane for something. I don't know, but he was just like,
because they don't stand by.
And he's like, you mind if I take your seats or something like that? And
that's what he said.
I don't know what he said because now the mask and everything, but I was just trying to like analyze from like where I was at. Like obviously it was one of him.
Not mind your business.
He wasn't doing nothing. But yeah, so we get on the plane, we take off, and then it gets to a rough start. And now I'm minding my business, watching my movie.
We're good. I just said we're good for about a good 30 minutes. Like we're fine. So then as we get into the flight, like we like sitting comfortable, everything, like everybody's in their seat. All I smell is this nasty ass fart. And I was just like, I looked at Andre and said, did you fart? He was like, no, if I fart, I would have told you. I was like, what the fuck is that? So I covered my nose politely and just like went about my time.
And I didn't smell anything.
Yeah, he didn't smell anything.
I just kept watching my movie. What was I watching? I was watching John Wick, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just watching
I was just so disturbed. I was just like, that fucking stinks. Like, nobody want to smell that shit. And I'm only in one seat. Where am I supposed to go?
It definitely, I told you it had to be the big dude or the other 2 in the front. But, so like probably another 30 minutes later, I started to smell one. I was like, dang, bro. I didn't say nothing to Ty, but I was just like, yo, that really stinks. And I had this little hoodie, so I just like pulled my thing up like that.
Yeah, and I had on a sweatshirt, so I kept like trying to put it over my face, and I was like, this is not helping.
On top of my mask, so I was just like, yo, this is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And then I looked at the big dude, like I said, as a suspect, and then the 2 dudes in front of us, of course, because like I don't think anybody behind us would have came forward. I think it probably would have.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that either. I don't think there's only a lady back there.
No.
It could have been her stinking ass, though. You never know. It could have been her.
Yeah, we won't know.
It could have been her.
But yeah, so I smell it. So that's a total 2 farts. She smelled 1.
And it's just an hour into the flight, and it's a 3-hour flight.
So then after that one, that's when probably I'd say like another
like 30 minutes. The farts kept coming like 30 minutes apart. And there was once I got to the 3rd one, I was so fed up. I was just pissed off and annoyed.
That's when I looked at Ty and I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. Like, it's one of them. And I was like, I'm about to sock somebody in the back of their head.
Remember, I had to move my seat and everything. You said, well, just sit right here.
Oh, yeah.
I had to move my seat, everything.
I said, here, sit in the middle.
Like, it was so gross. I couldn't.
Yeah, I was like, and I said, like, 1 fart, okay. 2 fart, that's pushing it, but
okay.
But like 3, that's just like, come on, bro. Like,
it was more than 3.
Oh, I'm just saying for now.
Like, I kid you not, every 30 minutes, this guy kept farting. And it was to a point, I just wanted to tell somebody, like, is it you or is it you? Like, y'all need to get up and go to the bathroom if it's that serious. Because it was just nasty. You couldn't even get a proper rest on the plane because it smelled so damn bad.
Somebody ate a beef and bean burrito or something.
Somebody had Chipotle before they came on the damn plane.
Chipotle don't do that thing.
If you get the beans.
They had Del Taco. They had them fries.
Something.
Them fries, because them fries do make you poop. But
okay.
Experience. But I don't know who it was, man, but that was pissing me off. And then, so probably got like an hour and a half left. And then it just kept happening and happening. It's just like, yo, it's so ridiculous. Like, if you that scared to fly, don't fly then. I don't care.
Are you that nervous to be flying or something? Like, it wasn't a bad flight, so I don't see. And you're on Delta. Delta has pretty great flights. So, like, I don't know what
all around seats, service, and everything.
Yeah.
But it was just ridiculous. Like, I really, like, how am I supposed to tell who it is? But I really wish I could just slap somebody in the back of the head. Mm-hmm. But like I said, my top 3 suspects were the people in front of us, and I wasn't taking nobody else for no answer.
Me neither. Because they just all like they was doing it.
I'm pretty sure it was a big dude though. I don't know, but
I think I just been a little.
I'm just coming after him for no reason, but
it could have been him smelling like that because he was sleeping too peacefully for him not.
It's big. Yo, he can barely fit in the seat. No, he probably had the armrest up, but. Luckily for whoever, there was no middle person in any of those rows because they probably.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the guy sitting in front of us that was like adjacent to us because he was sitting next to that lady that kept moving her seat when we were sitting down in the airport. She was wearing like all black. She had
that was the big dude. That was the big dude.
I just said that.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure because I forgot to say this, but I'm pretty sure when she got her bag up, she sprayed her perfume because I smelled perfume. I was like, whoever did that, thank you, because that was needed.
And I noticed when we got off that plane, she was like,
ran off.
She ran off and she ran off and she was looking him up and down like.
Yeah, she was pissed like you nasty ass.
When we got to Atlanta, she was looking him up and down. She was like so mad. She walked off so fast, and then like the big guy, he like got off in front of her. But I don't even know what you call that place. Like when you get off the little terminal thing, like when you go from the plane and walk in that little middle part.
Like the hallway.
Yeah. So when we got out of there, he like walked off to the side and then just stood around and let everybody else go by. He was by himself.
He's probably doing some more parts.
Yeah. And I was just like, bro, it's like it just had to be him, like shaped like this and all short and stumpy.
Shaped like a pear, something like that. It's
little pinto bean, yo, bro. It was definitely him.
Yeah, so like we were all annoyed. Everybody on that plane was pissed off because
it was definitely him. There's no way it wasn't him.
It was him.
I feel bad for her though. She was stuck there.
Yeah, she was sitting right next to him. I would have been like, "Can you not?"
For 3.5 hours, she was just stuck there. Dang.
Yeah, I'd have been mad.
She can't even open the window.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. He opened the damn window.
Nah, she should have asked to move or something because.
No, I'm like, can he move? Because he stinks. Go put him in the bathroom somewhere. Shove his ass in there.
He won't fit. He definitely.
That's why he didn't go. Oh my goodness.
He still could have walked back there though.
Yeah, he could have at least farted in there instead of leaving on the
That's why when the plane was landing, he got scared and all shook when they hit that hard thump on the runway. Stupid man.
But after that flight,
we gotta start flying private.
Seriously. But after that flight, we got on to another one. We had a little layover. We got on our next flight. So this flight was Atlanta to Baltimore.
Oh, and before that, when we were sitting down, there were people at the gate sitting down. It was like me, and then there's like this little seat divider, and then Ty, and then they do every other seat for the COVID. These freaking weirdo girls, goth girls, whatever, come walking over and sit right behind Ty, like everybody else isn't spaced out, and that made me so mad.
But the thing too, because I was thinking the same thing, but I wasn't as mad as you were because I didn't care. The thing I was thinking about was like, there's all these open seats. Like we got there pretty early. There was all these open spots, but you want to sit next to me,
like right behind,
right next to me,
back to back like this.
Yeah, she was. I was just like, okay.
And her one friend was like, why? She's like, no. She's like, it has to be every other. She's like, who cares? Just sit down. I was like,
is that what she said?
I was saying, Chuck here.
I wasn't listening.
Yes, nigga. I'm sorry.
It's not that serious.
It is to me. Where she had it, and then now we have it.
Yeah, I don't think that's how.
That I don't have to find her.
I don't think she could just tap me on my back.
I would have to
she
find
didn't
her.
touch me.
So.
Anyway, after that little
higher hitting.
After the little whatever you want to call it situation, we got on our next flight.
Whoa! You're skipping a part. Look,
what?
Remember the lady that kept coughing?
Oh,
let me say that part. So we're sitting down, we're drinking our Gatorade and eating the M&Ms, just chilling.
Snacking.
Probably had like 20 minutes before we board. Mm-hmm. This lady, she was handicapped, but I'm gonna cut her some slack.
She was not handicapped. She just could not want to walk. You know how.
All right, so she was lazy. And
I'm not saying that.
Nah, she's lazy then. So she comes rolling up in her chair and freaking probably like 2 minutes after she get there. And then
next to the two girls that sat next to me, but at that time I had moved my seat. I was just like,
you sat on.
We got it, and I moved my seat because I was like,
on the other side of me.
Because Andrew was mad, and I was just like, I'll just move.
So she's in like the handicap at the end, and then the two girls are right next to her, and everybody else is around just chilling, minding business. She coughed once, and I saw this black flight attendant. She was like this. She looked over,
like, bitch, what?
And I looked up too because I had my mask down because I was eating. I was like looking in the window and stuff, and then. I was like, I just know everybody else is girl in there. So I went back to eating, and then and everybody else looking again,
And I didn't really mind. I don't know why. I just didn't care. I didn't think nothing of it. But I kept looking at everybody like at her, and I thought it was the funniest thing.
Yeah, but because like, they say like older people were like more able to get it and stuff like that. So I'm just like, bro, like I know everybody doing that little Migo stare like that. And I was like, and then she. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, I think after a while she kept coughing so much. She said, "It's just my allergies. It's just my allergies." I was just like, "Yeah, it is."
Ain't no allergies.
Sure.
That's a whole lie. So then the guy wheels her into the plane and stuff, and I'm just like, dang, we gotta go in after her. She probably coughed the whole way down the ramp and stuff like that.
Oh my goodness.
Doing that little stupid fake, that Angelina cough.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so yeah, we get on the plane. You wanna go? What you want?
I thought, wasn't that flight just fine? To my knowledge,
yeah.
That was just like an hour and 30-minute flight, which
Yeah.
just seemed like it would just went right quick as hell.
That plane, that
We
flight
were
was
fine.
real smooth.
We were just tired as I don't know what.
I didn't go to sleep on either flight. That's what it really means.
But we couldn't on them damn
No,
problems they
don't
had.
say we because you was at first.
I was trying to.
On the second flight you did. On the second one you
Because think about it, the day before. So this is Friday. I got off work and we went straight to the airport. I didn't go to sleep that Thursday night until like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I had to wake up at 7 o'clock to go to work. So then right after work, we just went to go to the airport. We had to get on the plane at like 11:30. The plane ride was 3 hours. I guess you could say for like 5 hours altogether. By the time we got to our destination where we were supposed to be, it was 9 in the morning. So at that point, it's like a full like kind of 24 hours that I was up. So I'm tired as hell. I'm annoyed because I didn't get to sleep. It smelled like farts. My mask wasn't doing nothing because the farts kept coming through. The lady was freaking coughing, and I had a headache at this point. I was just like, I'm just ready to go home and go to sleep. Like, I was so tired. I could not even keep my eyes open. Remember, I couldn't keep my eyes open? Like, I could not keep my eyes open. I was so freaking tired.
Well, Friday morning, I got my haircut, well, in the afternoon, but I didn't go to sleep at all. And I had to drive back from Baltimore, but you didn't see me sleep.
You couldn't. I was so tired. I don't care. I was so freaking tired. So we get to the airport. No, we got to the car rental place. I don't think anything crazy happened at the car rental place. We just had to wait for a bus to come take us 10 minutes to the car rental place, which was ridiculous.
Nah, it was just, they didn't have a car I wanted, but I'm gonna let it slide.
Oh yeah, they didn't have the car that he wanted, so he was mad about that, but whatever. So after we get in the car, we finally get to my parents' house, because that's where we were trying to go the whole time. We get to my parents' house, we just sit there and talk, because we haven't seen, like, my family in, you haven't seen, like, 2 months. It was a month for me, but, you know, everybody missed me, whatever.
No, I didn't.
Yes, they did!
That's such a lie.
Whatever. So we get there, everything's fine, but our whole point for going to visit my family because we had to go to a baby shower. So we didn't get any sleep, even though we planned on getting a little sleep. We got none at all. So from there, we immediately had to go straight to a baby shower, which was like 2 to 6 or whenever it lasted. Andre and I we couldn't even last that long, so we fell asleep during the whole thing. And from there, when did we get home? At like 1 o'clock in the morning?
No, it was like 12.
12. We got home at like 12 o'clock in the morning. We went to sleep at like 1. We woke up the next day at 10 o'clock, 10:30?
About 10:30.
You woke up like earlier than me.
Yeah, I woke up at like 10:30.
I was sleeping like until the very last point. I was so tired. So we slept until like 10 o'clock, 10:30. We got back into our rental car to go back to Baltimore Sunday morning.
Very hot and humid too.
Yeah, weird. Because it was freaking cold the day before, but whatever. So we had to go back to the rental car place. And from there, we had to get onto the plane that they were boarding at like 1:30. That plane?
Nah, it was
Or 2:30.
it was 2:30 because we were stuck at the rental car place waiting for the bus till like 2:10.
Again.
And then had to wait it was like 50 people that jumped on the bus, even though it was only supposed to be 20. Mm-hmm. But nobody said nothing. And then we were the last stop. We were stopped 4 out of 5. And then we got off. And then we got to we ran up the ramp, got to TSA. And the right side of the TSA, like, you know how they split it and me back in the one, whatever. The right side was moving fast as heck. Like, I mean, people were going through just like that. The left side was moving so slow. And I told Todd, because I was watching everybody, I said, when they check our IDs and stuff, go to the right, because that's how they're moving quick. And then they sent Todd to the left, but I didn't see that until like I got up there, because I had my head down, getting my stuff out. And then I look up, I was like, where's Todd? And I said, I thought I said go to the right. And then the lady was like, oh no, sir, can you go to the left? And I was like, I was that.
The
like,
slow side.
I was really getting pissed because I was just like, bro, we're already behind, and I was just like,
we had like minutes to get on the plane at this point. Like we didn't have the time to waste like any time at all.
Yeah.
It was sort of like time sensitive. Like we had to be where we need to be, or we're gonna miss this.
yeah,
flight.
like you can't like sit down, put our stuff back on. Like we have to do everything on the go. And I was like, I wish I could be smart right now, but I don't have the time to, or else I would. Like I really said something smart. Like first of all, this line is moving quick as heck. There's less people in this line. Why would you send me to the left side just because you work your little things on this side? Like that makes no sense. I can still walk right here. Mm-hmm. The walkway between y'all is right here anyway. So like, what does it matter? So people that were on the bus that got off at like stop 1 and 2, they come walking all the way down there, and they must have had the same. Remember, I said we should just get off at early and then walk down. Mm-hmm. But I was like, how are they getting off the bus before us and then get to the TSA gate after us? And then getting through the TSA gate before me. I was really pissed. Then the lady took my bin back because I put a snack over my iPad talking about it defeats the purpose. But my blood was boiling and I just couldn't say nothing.
Yeah, I was there way before he did. So he just told me to walk to the terminal. So I did. I just walked to the terminal, and like I must have had a few steps, and like I was there, but you were like a few steps behind me. What did you do? Like,
I was sprinting. Yeah, I had the Air Forces on. My toes were hurting. I hit that little thing, that speed walk thing. I was moving through that, and then I had to jog down the hall. I was hot, sweating. I had that full sweatsuit on.
Yeah, his forehead was glistening. That's it.
I was shining, but then we got there. I wasn't out of breath. I was just hot because with the mask on and everything.
Yeah, the nasty. You trying to run and rush and like. It was so much, and I was just so tired. Again, I had another headache because I didn't need anything. We would just get back on the plane. We literally made it to our freaking gate like minutes before they closed it. Because there was no
3 minutes before they closed it.
Before I got there, there was only 2 other people that were about to get on. I said, thank God that they're about to get on and they did not close this yet. Because I was like scared. He said, here you go. I said, thank you. Then you were a few steps behind me. I said, let's go and find our seats because I'm done. I was so done.
They sat us all the way in the back too, like second to last row.
I was like, what the hell?
But it was not, I mean, we didn't pay for the seat choice, so can't really say nothing. Yeah. But that's the only thing I don't get about Delta though. Like when you buy a ticket, or actually I bought to Expedia, but either way, like why can't you upgrade if you want to? Like that's just
I don't know what you have to care about the one you're on.
Okay, just forget it. But anyway, so then we got on that plane, sat all the way in the back. Takeoff was okay. Yeah. And then the flight was alright. He said there'd be some turbulence here and there. I didn't feel any. Mm-hmm. It was just only when we were landing. It was just when we were landing, the whole back of the plane we were just rocking like a big boat side to side. Everybody's necks and heads going like this. And I tried to like slim down in the seat so I wouldn't feel nothing. But it actually kind of did help. I didn't really feel much, but it was just weird. And then so we're sitting all the way in the back, and they have a new thing. Because they say you gotta wait. They go row by row. Because usually when the plane lands, somehow people front and back all the way be already at the front. Yeah. And nobody in the front be ready when it's time to go. So I got an update on my phone saying they changed our gate from Delta. So we pulled into gate A, and then our new gate to come here was gate F. And when we landed, the other plane was already boarding. So that was like, bruh.
And we're waiting on this plane for like 10 to 15 minutes just for them to get off because everyone acts so. Getting off the plane is the worst because people just act like they can't just get your stuff and go. Get your stuff.
Yeah, everybody just be looking around, sitting there, and then they don't know where they put their bag up top. Yeah, and then they take forever to get it. And
then the flight attendant said, because they're trying to be like sensitive to COVID, like. Wait until the row in front of you gets 6 feet ahead of you to get off. But I was like, we don't have that kind of time to waste at this point because if we don't get off again, we're going to miss our next flight, which we need to go home, and I cannot wait. Like I cannot wait.
Taisha went, and then this dude behind us went, and then I went after some lady saw us going, and then she decided she wanted to go down. And everybody's sitting down talking, oh look at them.
Yeah, like just talking shit like, I don't care, you don't have a connecting flight, I do. And you said we were going to Atlanta's airport again. And like if you've been to Atlanta's airport, it's the biggest freaking airport ever. And you have to take like several trains just to get to one freaking gate. So we were all the way at A, and we had to get all the way to gate F, which I don't see why they did that because that was so inconsiderate, but whatever. Because when
they switched it. They
switched it last minute. And I was just like, why would you do that? Like, people, you told me it was a 45-minute layover. Okay, so that means I have time to walk to where I need to go to. But we're just freaking landing. I can't check the time or everything while I'm in the air. So it's like, what the heck am I supposed to do? So I was like, because when you sent it, you were like, oh, it's like blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, okay. But then I looked at it again. I said, wait, this is gate F. And I was like, we need to hurry up and get off this damn plane, because if we don't, we're going to miss our freaking flight. And I'm not trying to miss my flight. I just hate missing flights. Like, I just do. So me and Andre literally were trying to walk. He said that we should walk from A to F, and I was thinking, I don't think we're gonna make it just walking. Like,
well, that was the only option, because you know when you get on that tram in Atlanta, it'd be closing doors, and then
wait for everybody to get off and on.
So we walked from A to about C or D. No, I think it was like, yeah, I think we walked from A to C, and by the time we got to the C, the next tram was pulling up.
Yeah, like second. So we just hopped on.
Yeah, so we got on, and then we hurry up, got off. When it got to F, because that was the last stop. It was like baggage claim.
Baggage claim, ground transportation, all that. So we finally make it to F, but of course we're not like F1. We got to go all the way down to the end.
It's like F14.
Yeah, so we're not done.
And then we had to get off the tram, go up 2 things of escalators.
Yes.
And then run down a hall to the left. And then there was 2 more people catching the same. They came from A too, and they were like, "Oh, we just had to run from A." And I was like, "Yeah, we just did the same thing."
Exactly.
And look, when we were walking from A to F or whatever, when we were on that walkway, this girl gonna get on at the last second and then just like block the thing, and she was just like slow walking. I was about to club her in the back of the head and keep rolling, but I ain't had the time.
Aggressive.
I don't care, bro. It's like she didn't even take the first walkway thing, so why would she take the second one? Like,
because she was so inconsiderate.
And the dude behind, like in front of me and behind her, he looked at me because he was like speed walking too, and I was like, "You say something."
He probably did the same like we did. We was all booking into that damn gate.
And then we got there, but the good thing though, they upgraded us to Comfort Plus, so it was like real spacey.
Yeah, and again, before we got to that gate, there were 2 people ahead of us. Like, they just scanned the tickets to get on. So I was like, okay, like I can breathe now because we can get on.
Yeah, but everybody else is everybody else was on the plane. There's probably like 3 other people that walked on after us, but
yeah. So we weren't the only ones like ass out, because I was just like.
But just running back to back, like to both planes.
I thought we were going to be good after we got on the first one. Like, okay, we got on this one, like we're good. No.
Man, they could at least change the gate to like C. If they would change the gate
to C, like, why would you change all the way to freaking F? I was just like, that's so considerate.
Like, what the hell?
And then act like, oh, you better hurry and get on this plane. No, you better wait for me.
They probably would have held it though if they could see that you have another flight and it just landed. They might have held it, because that happened to me and my mom before when we came back from Colorado. We landed in Atlanta and we were rushing to get to the next gate, but they're like, oh, we were gonna wait for you, we just saw you landing.
Yeah, but either way, you don't know that. Yeah, you don't know that. You're not just gonna take your good old time getting over there. Especially because, standby, anybody can take your seat. Because that happened to me plenty of times. People took my seat. So I was like, I'm not doing that all over again. I'm like traumatized. Every time I try to leave to come back to Las Vegas, I always have a problem getting on the plane. I don't know what it is, but it's always a problem. And I'm not feeling that. Like, you can't keep doing me wrong like that. Like, I can't. I just can't.
Fine private next year.
Yeah.
I'm a build my own jet, and
I'm not getting on that.
And then we'll see. I'll just tell the pilot, you'll wait up.
Everybody gonna fly on man-made, like whatever you're doing.
I'll build it. Everybody's gonna fly with me.
Anyway.
I'm starting my own airline. Jersey Dre Airline.
He think this is Soul Plane or something.
DDA. Jersey Dre Air. We get the best air up there. Because we don't care.
Anyway, that was our crazy airport experience.
Subscribe to the channel down below. Hit the bell for notifications. Follow us on Instagram, Dre and Dreddy. Type shit to Ray. Watch the sneaker haul video to find out how to get a free pair of Yeezys.
And the qualifications will be down below as well as how to enter to win. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.